American government this summer at Southern University. Thank you for taking this class. I'm enjoyed to have you here. This is an online class. It's taught in an asynchronous manner. That means we don't meet and the information is uploaded to Canvas and you will go through your class by yourself with me providing you help along the way. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the class course page. I'm going to go through what we're going to be learning this summer, and I'm going to go through how I can help you make sure you have a successful summer and that everyone can get out of this course with an A. So we're going to start off with the syllabus, y'all. First and foremost, as I said, this class is online. But first, if you are on campus and you do need help with something, if you would like to find me, my office is in Higgins Hall. I'm in office 427D in the political science suite. So if you get on the elevator, you turn to your right and go all the way down the hall. I am in the political science suite in 427. I'll probably come on campus about 2 or 3 days a week. Just let me know when you want to meet and I'll be up here. But also my email is eugene.johnson@sus.edu. You guys can see that right here. So our course description. This course comprises a broad overview of American politics. It is designed to familiarize you with the fundamentals of the American government, its institutions, campaigns, elections, public opinion, and the role of mass media. While this course treats these topics as separate subject areas, one of the major goals of this class is to identify with how these components of American government fit together. Right? So in this course, we're going to look at some very, very important things. Now, what I'm going to show you is if you go over here to the side, you'll see the modules, right? These modules are separated by chapters into different modules. You'll see Foundations of American Government. Our first module has 4 chapters. Foundations of Government, Foundations of American Democracy, the Constitution, and Federalism. You'll also see a standalone American government terms right here. Next, you see the Structures of Government modules. You see the legislative branch, the federal court system, and the presidency. Next, you see the governmental mechanisms, that's political parties and interest groups. You see civil liberties and civil rights. And lastly, you see Black sexual politics. One of the things that you'll notice is with the American government terms and Black sexual politics, which we end the class with, I like to discuss identity in this class and how your identity impacts the way that you experience American politics. I believe that it is a way for you as college students to kind of learn who you are better, but also identify how your identity is impacted by other people and the decisions that they make, but also the decisions that you make through your governmental activity or inactivity. Now, with all of these modules, you're going to have assignments. First, we're going to go to the discussions. So as you see, there's an introductory discussion. This introductory discussion right here is just asking you to introduce yourself, right? This is to be open until June 4th, 11:59. You then see that we have 4 other discussions with dates. Your social science terms discussion, that is due on June 8th. This is just looking at the glossary of terms, and then I'm asking you to do something. That's due by Sunday. You then have governmental mechanisms, civil rights and civil liberties, Black sexual politics. But you also have some assignments. You have a Foundations of Government PowerPoint due on June 13th. You have a governmental evaluation essay due on June 27th. And you have your final policy brief due on July 29th. Those are your 7 assignments for the summer. You have those discussions and you have 3 assignments in total. Now, one of the other things is you'll see there are files for this class. In the files, you will find every single PowerPoint for the class, but you will also find the book and you will also find the glossary of terms. Also, if you scroll down, when you do perform the American Government Creation Project, you'll find I added some examples to help you along the way from students in previous classes. Now, to go back and finish the discussion of the syllabus, this class is discussion based, and so since we're not meeting in person, you're going to have that discussion online. That discussion will happen with you and your classmates. What I want you to do is I want you to be able to challenge yourself, but also challenge your classmates in a respectful way on the way that we look at politics, right? This class is open, is inclusive, is an engaging learning environment. And I just want you all to feel comfortable expressing your opinions and also being exposed to opinions, cultures, viewpoints, and personal experiences that are different from your own. Now, course policies, some of these things will not matter because we are not meeting in class, such as the attendance, but the lectures, the readings, all of those things are very important, especially when you get to Black sexual politics. Now, I'm going to go back to the files. I'm going to open Black sexual politics for a second. One of the things that I want you to see, this is a book. I provide the PDF for you. I asked you to read chapters 1, 4, and 5. Now, your assignment on Black sexual politics isn't due until the end of the semester, literally the last week of the summer. So you have basically 2 months or 7 weeks to read chapters 1, 4, and 5. So what we'll see here is chapter 1 is about 28 pages. Chapter 4 is about 30 pages. Chapter 5 is about 30 pages, 32 pages, right? So overall, that gives you about 80 pages of reading. It's not too many. This is an easy read. I know that might seem like it's difficult for you, but after you read it, I think you'll actually get some good insight from it. And I definitely think it'll change the way that you think about just identity and the way that you converse with each other just generally. I think it's a good book for any Black student to have. And as you see, those chapters are Why Black Sexual Politics. It's Get Your Freak On, Sex, Babies, and Images of Black Femininity. It's Booty Call, Sex, Violence, and Images of Black Masculinity. I think that's important because a lot of times you'll see in our generation, Gen Z and millennials, myself, I'm a millennial, you'll understand we get into a lot of conversations that just fall into gender wars. But no one understands the way that identity actually impacts these conversations and the way that Black men and Black women experience gender and gendered racism in different ways. And so I want to expose you to that literature so that you can prepare yourself to exist in the world where you're going to experience things differently from your counterparts. Now, I just showed you the discussions. I just showed you the assignments. The syllabus is here. I will use announcements to fill you in on anything else that you need. Now, one of the things that I want to note with these discussions, with these modules, at the end of every week, every time you have a discussion, or you'll see at the social science terms when you do this discussion, I will provide a video. So these are going to be due on Sunday. So on Monday or Tuesday, I will provide a video to help you understand the things that y'all discuss here in the discussion. It'll be things that I feel like a lot of y'all mentioned. It'll be if I feel like y'all didn't mention something or a lot of y'all didn't understand something. And it'll just be my way of helping y'all learn. Since we aren't in a classroom and I can't actually expound on those things like the way I would in an actual classroom. But I hope y'all have a fun summer. If you need any help, like I said, my email is on the home page, eugene.johnson@sus.edu. If you would like to meet in person, just email me. Tell me when you would like to come up here, and I'll come up here and meet you in my office. We can have a good conversation about political science, about the course, about future activities, anything that you would like to discuss. But other than that, y'all, I hope this helps you understand, number one, where everything is in the course as it pertains to files, assignments, discussions, and the modules, right? But secondly, how this course operates. And so I'm going to stop right there, y'all. I will catch y'all after y'all fill in your introductories and your American government term discussion. Well, actually, I got to tell y'all about me. As I said before, I'm Dr. Eugene Lee Johnson. I graduated from Southern University with a bachelor's of political science in 2014, a master's in social science in 2016. I finished my PhD from LSU in 2022, and I came back to teach at Southern University full-time in 2022 while starting as an adjunct part-time in 2018. I have a 2-year-old daughter. My wife also has a PhD in social work. I enjoy sports, music. I've been teaching myself how to DJ lately, which is super cool. I'm an author, of course, as an academic. I'm working on a book on the history of music and how slave hymns transitioned to gospel and transitioned into blues and then transitioned to Southern hip hop. Um, I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and I love being from the South, man. If there's anything else you want to know, man, just ask. But that's it. Y'all have a nice day. We're gonna have a good summer, y'all. Everybody's gonna get an A. Y'all have a nice day, man.